Hi, we're Misfortune, and you're watching RichardThinks.org.
Hey everybody, this is Richard of RichardThinks.org. We are at Empire in Springfield, Virginia. I have with me Misfortune, part of the Hands Like Houses tour today. How you guys doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Doing great.
Good. Now to kick things off, you know, Sparks to Believe came out last Tuesday. How's the response been so far?
The response has been everything we could have hoped for and more. Kids are really enjoying the record, and we put a lot of hard work and effort into it, so it means a lot to finally see people enjoying it. And
yeah, I mean, we worked a little bit, you know, wrote some music, put it out there. Kids seem to like it.
Now give us a little bit of insight. How did you guys form, and when did you adopt the name Misfortune?
You want to take that one?
Yeah, we just basically, we were a band that was formed kind of online. Everybody in the band lives in a different state, and so we pretty much just like kind of wanted to put together a super band of really talented individual musicians, you know, in hopes that we could collaboratively make something that was like really cool. So, you know, everybody lives in a different place, and we all just kind of came together, like I said, through social media, online, and yeah, and the band name is just kind of like a play on words, obviously, you know, Misfortune. A lot of people think it's in reference to that League of Legends game, but that's, none of us really play that.
We came up with that.
So,
it's ours.
Yeah, they stole it from us.
Awesome, awesome. Now, Sparks to Believe, can you tell me a little bit about the album, what inspired the title for it?
Yeah, basically with this being like our debut album, we just figured that it's kind of like, this is kind of the tinder that's gonna like, you know, hopefully set our career off. So, I mean, in a way, this album is just kind of like, it is a spark to believe, you know, like we put everything into this, and I don't know, it's just cool now that people are finally like getting it and understanding the message of the music and stuff. It's all very like conceptual, and it ties back together, so I don't know.
Now, when you said you mentioned about, you know, meeting online and everything. Now, exactly when you guys were writing together the songs and everything, how did you go about, you know, structuring the songs and, you know, deciding what sounded good, what not, you know, since, you know, the internet, I mean, did you guys live on different time zones?
Yeah, we initially were just like kind of swapping demos, like cross country, doing some pre-production that way, and then finally whenever Sumerian Records came into the picture, that's whenever we all finally decided to meet up, you know, write, record, you know, kind of jam together and stuff, and so that's kind of what birthed, you know, us getting into the studio and stuff, was just the label, you know, reaching out to us, and he does most of the songwriting, so I'll let him talk to you about the structuring and everything.
Well, yeah, so like I write most of the songs in a Guitar Pro, and I just write all the guitar parts and stuff and the drums, and then we all get together and then like show the song to the entire group, and then like our bass player Ian, he changes a lot of the bass parts and then the drums, and like from there like we pretty much just get an instrumental thing going on, and then Mikey just lays his vocals on top of that.
Yeah, I do all the vocals.
Works out.
And Ian, he graduated from Full Sail, got his degree in audio engineering, so he does most of our demo work and like pre-pro and stuff. But
yeah, works out real well.
And then we went to like the producer Chris Crummett, who did our album. And he also had a hand in like, you know, kind of structuring, helping us structure and like write songs and everything. But you know, we went in there really prepared. We had most of it already done, you know, with Ian, so it's cool. We kind of take a lot into our own hands, but we're always open to that like third person to, you know, give us input in the studio. So.
Now, at what point in time during the writing process did Sumerian Records and Chris Crummett come into the picture?
We signed with Sumerian a little bit back, and they agreed to like work with us, and
a lot of bit back.
Yeah, it was a while, and we just, I don't know, we started writing the album before they reached out to us, but we kind of had a different direction in mind, and like, I don't know, we just kind of like just had to refresh and kind of like, you know, rethink our goals and stuff, and that's when we came out with the material that you hear now. That's just kind of like what naturally came from us, so I don't know, they liked that, and we liked that idea, so we ran with it, and we chose to work with Chris Crummett. That was kind of like somebody that we had like wanted to work with.
Yeah, we liked all the bands that recorded with him before, and it just seemed like a good fit for us. Yeah. We wanted to make everything real, like instead of going that super digital route. Yeah. With like, you know, I don't want to drop names or whatever, but I think you get the idea.
I get the idea. Now, I really dig the guitar work in the album. Now, early on, what albums did you like jam? You know, everybody has that one album that they jam, you know, air guitar to. What album would you say that was for you?
Well, like when I was really young, it was all Metallica stuff, but like Dream Theater is my favorite band. John Petrucci is my favorite guitarist for sure, so I like all his stuff. It's not really this genre specific, but that's what me personally I like to look toward.
Yeah, I know how like there's like a lot of artists, like a lot, especially a lot of metal artists will like say, oh yeah, you know, everybody expects them to listen like metal and stuff, but like some of them will just chill back with like hip hop or pop music, and they're just like okay with that.
Yeah, definitely. I like a lot of flamenco and some samba stuff. So.
What inspired you guys like did you guys listen to anything in particular during the writing and recording process to help you get inspired or draw ideas?
I mean, we listened to the other bands that Crummett had recorded before and kind of got an idea from that. And
we just like listen to bands that are kind of like I guess in our in our neighborhood of like songwriting and stuff. So I like to think I try to keep a pretty good radar on like who else is singing and doing whatnot. And so I don't know, I listen to a lot of like top 40 and like I don't know, I'm really big into like A Day to Remember and stuff. So
I like Eminem a lot too.
I love
Lots of Eminem.
Which era?
Oh, just all of it. I'm just like an overall
I like that.
fan. Yeah.
I like that. I don't like how some people just say, "Oh yeah, I don't like them when they did this album," or
yeah, I'm pretty loyal to the bands that I like. So.
Yeah.
Now, out of all the songs on the album, which one of them like stands out the most to you? Maybe lyrically wise or songwriting wise, saying, "Wow, I can't believe I wrote this riff," or "I can't believe I wrote that."
For me, my two favorite songs on the album, like the ones that really stand out to me, are "Chasing Dreams" and "My Apologies." Those are the ones that like I wrote that still just like catch my ear sometimes, and I'm like, wait, that's me? Like I don't know, that's weird. But
oh yeah. For me, it's definitely Ghost. Like that one instrumentally is just the most interesting by far to me, and yeah, I like it. It's more progressive feely, emotional. I like it.
Now, can you share any interesting stories from the studio or when you guys were recording that happened during the writing and recording process?
There was a lot of bums.
Yeah, there's lots of bums in Portland.
What if we just broke out the song right now?
The Fuck the Bums song?
I'll go ahead and break it out.
No, we don't have an acoustic guitar right now.
Oh.
But yeah.
Maybe another time.
The people who watch this interview will know what we're talking about, I think.
You guys covered a song on the Florence and the Machine compilation for Sumerian. If you could hear any artist or musician cover a Misfortune song, what song would you to hear covered and by whom?
I want to hear Justin Bieber cover I've Got a 5-Point Plan.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, if Nickelback did anything on there, I'd be so happy. So, just
Nickelback should cover Take That Shit Back to Baxter.
Yeah, that can work.
I bet they can't.
Calling you out.
I'm just kidding.
Or is
They're
he?
really talented musicians.
And the last one, and you guys can split this up between you guys too. Pick two each. Yeah. If you guys could pick 4 albums to take on a road trip with you, what albums would you pick?
Homesick by A Day to Remember, #1.
Metropolis Part 2, Dream Theater.
#3.
Fuck. I don't know. It's really hard. I don't know, man. Let's go back to him for a minute.
Passion and Warfare, Steve Vai.
Ooh.
Oh, I got one. Imarosa Relativity.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Was there anything else that you'd like to let people know?
Well, thank you to everyone that's listened to our music and who's come out to see us on these shows. We've had a lot of fun out here with Hands Like Houses and Icy Stars, and everybody's been really cool to us, and the response has been great. So just keep listening to our music and pick up A Spark to Believe. It's on sale in Best Buy and on iTunes and everywhere music is sold. So continue listening, and thank you.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys again for your time.
Yeah.
Misfortune, A Spark to Believe is out through Sumerian Records, richardrichardthings.org, and we will see you later.